when we look at emerging technologies, blockchain, drones, even APIs, where do you see emerging technologies snap together with NYCX? And if we look forward, say 18, 36 months, maybe 5 years into the future, how do you see emerging technologies shaping the city of New York City?
One thing that I've started to really think a lot about is the change that we're going to experience in the interface. So I think the way that people interact with technology or interact with things through technology is going to change. We've seen there are a lot of conversations about blockchain as an underlying technology to facilitate some of the information control, but I think the way people are going to feel it is going to be really important. Things like Alexa and Siri, etc. The idea that you could talk to your apartment. We're still in the mode where we still perceive the interaction with this little speaker sitting on the desk. So we're still in the infancy of this change. So we see ourselves as talking to Alexa that is somehow magically turning the lights on and off in my apartment or something like that. I think that's going to become less and less physical, right? You're going to just begin to interact with things in different ways. I've seen some great technologies around eye gaze and voice control. So I think the interface is going to be really changing very significantly in a short period of time. That gives us an opportunity to think very differently about the user experience. A lot of conversations around user-centric design and all those sorts of things. We're going to have the opportunity to really shift the way we think about how people experience our service delivery, because we're going to have all this collection of tools that are going to weave together to change just the way we experience it altogether. And so things like drones and blockchain and artificial intelligence and machine learning, they're all going to be, I think, woven together at the end of the day to positively impact that user experience. AI in and of itself isn't something you and I put our finger on and touch most of the time. But if we experience a different outcome or a different user experience in the process of seeking an outcome that's influenced by AI, machine learning, and voice recognition, and eye gaze recognition, and all those sorts of things, that's how we're going to see it actually manifest.
Well, I know many New Yorkers had the experience of yelling at their apartment, even long before
it listened.
Might have been listening. So last question, Miguel. And it's related to the last one, but broadly, when we look at the city of New York, where is technology in 5 years, and what does success for NYCX look like?
So I think a lot of these digital transformation opportunities are going to happen over the next 5 years. What I want to talk about for a minute is that it's really important that we ensure that everybody has access to participate in it. So everything we're talking about, digital transformation, smart cities outcomes, NYCX, surfacing these great digital kind of approaches to real world problems, those are all really important. I don't want to lose sight of the fact that we have to make sure that while that happens over the next 5 years, we have to make sure we don't lose sight of ensuring broadband for everyone, so that everyone has the ability to participate in that future. So I answer your question a little differently, which is I'm very bullish on what that future is going to look like, especially for people like me who have the blessing of the ability to participate today. I have access to broadband, I have data plans on my phone, I have the blessing of being able to afford those access services. Need to make sure that everyone has the ability to participate. If we really want to accomplish our fairness goals, if we really want to strengthen the community through technology, it's got to be something that's built for everybody, which is why we're focused on our make tech work for all people mantra. As we make progress in the classroom, which I think will happen over the next 5 years, as we make progress in economic development, entrepreneurship, workforce, all of these sorts of things are going to progress. We want to make sure that every student in that classroom of the future, when they go home, has this equal ability to do their homework, right? Because they have the same access to the internet and the wealth of resources that are no longer luxuries on the other end of that broadband connection, right? It's just to be a well-informed voter, to be a well-equipped student, to be a well-equipped employee, you have to have access to what's on the other side of an internet connection these days. It's just undeniable. So I think all those things happening over the next 5 years are going to be magnificently great in terms of strengthening and building the community if we ensure that everybody has access along the way.
That's an incredibly important point, that equitable access means not just more innovation, but it means a better city. Miguel, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.